give you guys a little tour of my workspace, actually just the studio part. This is me coming up from the bottom part of our house where I live and up the stairs to the upstairs that we added when we first moved into this house. This is the landing. It's very colorful, can you tell? It's very fig tree. This is one of my favorite little parts of my house. This is what greets me when I come up to sew. So this is the landing. Some of my favorite fabrics that I've saved bolts of over the years. And over here to the left is my office, but that is in a state of constant chaos. Has lots of secret projects in it, so can't really go there. But over here to the right is my sewing studio where I sew and where I have some fig tree friends come and help me sew. So if I stand in the doorway, this is to the left. That over there is what we call the crap closet. It has a million different supplies. And then over here is some of my more current collections in all different kinds of lack of organization. I love to stream all kinds of, or binge watch all kinds of TV while I'm sewing late night. So there's got to be a TV for me. And for me, I have to be able to see my fabric. So I know that there are so many wonderful ways that people use bins and storage for their fabrics. But for me, if I put it away in a bin of any kind, I will never ever use it again. So all of my fabric is out. So here, let me back up a little bit right here. So this is basically one entire wall or bookshelf set of fabric. And then there's some down there. And then there's a lot more, mostly neutrals. There's some blacks in the bottom, and then tans and oranges over there on the other side. That's my little wool corner. I'll take you over there in a second. But I used to work for about 15 years on my trusty old Bernina. I don't even know what the number is. What does that say? I have to put my glasses on. Old Bernina 1230 that I bought from the store owner that I was a teacher and employee at when I first started quilting. And she was moving on to a different machine, and that has been my workhorse machine forever. I have most of the quilts that you guys have seen over the years have all been made on this trusty Bernina. And just recently I added a sister machine, the Juki, and so now we have both of them here for use. I love them. This is a little quilt that we made for a special online project. We redid my Milk and Blossoms pattern in kind of a more modern format. But anyway, so coming in over here is, these are some of my more current. So I store things in big giant fabric buckets, but so that I can actually still access and see them. These are a mix of some of my more current fabric collections. All the way up to the top. And that's my bathroom where the tub is, we have a full clawfoot tub that's filled with quilts right now. So I'm also not going in there because that might also be chaos. This is my favorite chair. If I'm doing any hand stitching or I'm taking a break, I'm just sitting down here. And then this is my main color wall of fabrics. I would say about 95% of everything in here is fig tree, maybe more at this point. I've been doing this nonsense for a long time. People ask me what collection I'm on, and I literally have to go on my own website and count, and it's probably not up to date. So I don't know, maybe in the 40s, maybe more, maybe not. This is my cutting table. So some of my favorite bolts that I save are down there. And then there's a little bit of Christmas goodness right under there, underneath this. We found this fantastic cutting table that it's meant to be a standing desk. I think it was from like a Pottery Barn outlet that we got it, or I think. So I have it set exactly at the height that I love. We were doing some special video for some layouts for some stuff. So that's what's all over the table at the moment. But there's a bunch of tools. This is my Eyelet Basics collection that I use now all the time. They're coming into stock to stores in November. They're a perfect way to augment any Fig Tree fabric collection if you need a particular color. It's got a little bit of every color in the Fig Tree rainbow. I love them. I love them. These are our little scraps. If you shop on our website, you'll know that we like to do scrap bags as often as we can. And over here, there's a lot of neutrals. I love neutral and cream fabrics for scrappy backgrounds and a million different things. And there's some more favorites and some little vintage items. I love to keep all my inspiration around me. This is my little wool corner here. Lots and lots of wool, most of it from Weeks Dye Works, who I partner with to make wool. And then here's a little bit of some of my favorite flannels from Lisa Bonjian. We just did some kits recently, and I always just squirrel away some of it for myself. I think that I'm going to have time to sew with it, but then I don't, but I save it. And then some of my favorite little vintage notions and inspiration goodies here in the back. Those are the little things that make me happy and keep me inspired. And then a little sewing station over here. Pressing station. And I love my various clappers from Modern American Vintage. There's one long one. I have other ones too, along with his tools that are just some of the most beautiful tools I've ever seen on the market. I like to use a little flatter. We collaborated with Soak to make this fig flatter a long time ago. It's become a part of their regular lineup, but it has this very light fig scent that I love. There's my vintage 50s iron that I'm obsessed with. And there's a little bit of stuff on the wall for a block of the month that we're working on. And there's my Juki, because you guys will probably ask. It is the TL2010Q. I absolutely am obsessed with it. So I have nothing bad to say about my Bernina, but right now I sew primarily these days on the Juki, and then I use the Bernina for all my specialty stitches. As you might know, Juki's only sew straight stitch, nothing else. It's a little bit of mess of some of my favorite notions. Some of my favorite Fig Tree neutrals. And then some more little design and inspiration things back here. And then back out to the landing. Some of my old-time favorite reds. A little stack of vintage quilt goodness and some vintage Fig Tree that I've squirreled away for myself. Some bags and little purses and stuff over there. And then back over here where we came in. And then there is one of the places where I store my quilts, and I know it's a shocker. There's just a few of them. Yeah, these are quilts that go on trunk shows sometimes. I do presentations with. Once in a while, ones that get taken out of circulation are given out as gifts. And there's probably some vintage inspiration quilts up there on the top. And I do take these out and refold them every once in a while, move them around a little bit, but I'm probably not the person to go to for great storage quilt tips because I'm probably not the best at it. But that's a lot of my quilts. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this little studio tour and that it has inspired you to sew maybe a little bit. Thanks, you guys.